So I forgot to read my birthday card to myself. It says, please open on May 26th, 2026. And I was on a trip, so I wasn't able to read it until now. Hi. This isn't, excuse me. Anyways, this is the card. Let's see what I wrote. Thank you. So it looks like I put in an entry from my journal, and it's titled Every Opportunity. A note to self: no matter how hard other people try to bring you down, it is you who will have to live with yourself in the moments to follow. Will you allow what is discussed behind your back to define you? Or will you rise above the limitations only visible to those who want to confine you? Will you sink to their level? Or will you exceed the expectations that they could hardly fathom for themselves? Will you assign yourself the responsibility of your own life and trust that you'll overcome every obstacle? Will you rise to the occasion when the occasion itself asks you to stand up? Will you answer the call when the phone rings? Will you become the better you when your life is held by a thread? You decide. There's a couple quotes here. When shit gets hard, you fall to the level of your training. By Horsemeat. If you want something done right, you need to do it yourself. By Joan. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Remember who you are and who loves you. A note to self. No matter how hard other people try to bring you down, it is you who will have to live with yourself in the moments to follow. Hi. Do you really have to lick the pillow? I thought that after turning 30, I would have a lot less anxiety, which I do, but I still have it. And I don't know how to get rid of it. It just overwhelms me. And the only thing that was able to bring me out of it was by reading an email. James Clear's weekly email that I get on Thursdays. And one thing that was said in that email, actually, let me read it to you. I can't because it's on my phone. But one thing that was said in that email is that most things don't matter. Most things really don't matter. And most actions don't have many results. At least I think that's what the quote said. And as soon as I read the first part, that most things don't matter, that my anxiety just lifted. It disappeared. My goal is, I want to help people. I want to find a way to help people, and I don't know how. And it seems like the thing that I'm the most good at is just being myself. But even being myself is so overwhelming. Well, I guess maybe just thinking about potential is so overwhelming, but just being myself is the only thing I know how to do. really well. I know how to dress the way I like. I know how to change the parts about me that I want to change. I mean, I know how to dress the way I want to dress and cook the food that I like. I'm not afraid to just speak my mind if it's necessary, if it's required of the situation, if it's needed in the moment. I don't know how to do, I don't know how to do anything or how to be anyone that is not myself. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it depends on the situation. It depends on like, I'm not an actor. I don't consider myself an actor. What do you think, Cal? You can't be scratching that. That's my journal. The only thing I know how to do is how to be myself, and it overwhelms me. Because I feel like being myself is not enough to try to help people. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that I feel like being myself is not enough. It's not enough to exist in this world. I have to be more. But I think that's just the reality of most people. Not a lot of people are lucky enough to just live as themselves. Do you not want to be pet? Can I pet you? Yeah, most people just, like my cat. I don't think my cat has any issues with her being herself and doubting it, right? Like my cat, Camo, is perfectly fine being a cat and living as a cat because she's taken care of. And I know God says, I will provide for you. Do you see the birds of the air and the fish of the sea, how I feed them? And yet, wait, hold on. There's something on you. Hold on, Camo. There's something on you. Hey. Ow! Okay, fine. I'm not gonna clean you. She's just being grumpy. Sorry. Sorry, I will stop. I'll stop. What is enough? What can I do to just help people? I don't know what I'm good at other than just being myself. I am good at enjoying my time playing the guitar and riding my motorcycle and writing scripts and filming and telling stories and going on adventures. Those are all the things that I enjoy doing. And now I feel like my only solution to life is to monetize all of that. When life doesn't have a solution, life is meant to be lived. Why am I trying to solve life when life is meant to be lived? Do my thoughts even matter? Well, going back to that quote, I guess nothing. Nothing technically. Nothing. Most things don't matter. And what I've been told is what matters the most is what I consider matters the most. What do I consider matters the most? My freedom? My autonomy? Just being able to make a choice and decide and have fun? I think having fun is the thing that I've always strived to do the most, and I thought I've been good at, but I've not only been ridiculed for, but also, yeah, I guess I've just been mostly ridiculed for it. Ridiculed, shamed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if me sharing my thoughts online is like the best thing. I feel like it just makes... Okay, to be fair, anything that is posted on the internet can make me a target for any type of hatred. Anyone can really say anything on the internet, and they don't understand how much they hurt people if their words are hurtful. They just say it and they walk away, and it doesn't matter. But at the same time, how much does the weight of their words matter to me? If they are just a random person on the internet who doesn't know anything about me, what weight do their words have if they don't even know who I am? I really wish I was just good at one thing, because it just seems like my life would be so much easier. Like, could you imagine if I was just really good at counting? If I was really good at counting, I could just be an accountant. Or I could, work in finance. I really don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I exist. I don't know why I can't just pick something. I can't just pick one thing to be good at. I have to constantly be switching and doubting myself and enjoying the beginning of learning and then getting bored right away. I can't... There's not a single thing that I can do that I'm forced to do and actually get better at, because there's so much variety. There's just so little... There's a huge lack of structure in my life that I just don't know what to do. The structure's gone. And I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know if what I'm working towards is going towards anything. I do know that I have improved with learning how to edit and tell stories and talking to the camera. Talking to the camera has gotten a lot better. But I still feel like I'm going nowhere. I still feel like it's as if the doubt is winning, Like the doubt will always be there, and there's just no way to get rid of it. And I think that's just a common thing with people who are just trying to better themselves. They don't believe that they can do it. I really wish my life were more simple, that I wasn't made the way that I am, and I can just enjoy living a very simple life. That I just can't seem to be content with anything. I can't seem to be satisfied with... I can't just find one thing, and I don't know why. I can't find peace in just enjoying one thing and making that my life. I really wish I could do that, but I can't. Is this why the main character in so many pieces of media just is like a lost person that's also might be a bum, and they just come across the biggest, most unimaginable opportunity / problem that they've ever faced in their entire life, and they just have to do it either by force, or like they're the chosen one, or it's just fun, or it challenges them. Like the biggest problem in their entire life, that is that they choose to take it on, and the adventure is just watching them take on this problem and just go for it. And I really wish that were me. I really wish, well, I guess technically the biggest problem that I have it's just that I just don't believe I can do it. That is my biggest problem. I don't believe that I'm capable of doing what I want to do. I keep getting stuck in these ruts, these moments, these cycles of self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Because I have such a good idea that if I don't execute it right at that moment, I think about it so much to the point where it becomes cringe. It becomes cringe, and then I don't want to do it. And I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but this is the thing that's holding me back. Is that I think of a really good idea, and it truly is a really good idea in the moment. But if I let too much time pass, it becomes a terrible idea. But at the same time, a lot of these ideas that I've had in the past do end up being actually good ideas because other people end up doing them. They do them and they're successful. And I know they're successful because I see them. I see them doing the thing. It reaches me. I'm able to witness them doing the thing that I had always wanted to do, and I was just too afraid to do it. I want to become the main character that chooses to live the life that they had always dreamed of. To take on that challenge and just live the most exciting adventure that they've ever had in their life. And just face fear when they come across it. Fall in love when they come across it. Take the risk when the risk approaches them and challenges them to see if they can win, see if they can overcome. Because that's what people want to see. People want to see the main character win. Even if the main character is the villain or an anti-hero, people want to see the main character overcome everything that they're trying to overcome. And that is the person that I've always wanted to be. Deep down, that is the person that I've always wanted to become. And I'm too afraid to do it. And I don't know if sharing this sentiment will resonate with anyone, but I feel like this life is the only chance to really try and go for it. If I remember correctly, the question at the very end of James Clears's email said something along the lines of, "The days are short. What have you always dreamed of doing in your life? And can you accomplish that in 6 months?" Something that I've always wanted to do and that I've been working on for a couple of years now, but have just been too afraid to share, is wondering if I could be the example. Can I be the example of success who is able to document their journey of overcoming the self-doubt and just finding a way, like just recording all of my thoughts and figuring out how I figured it out, how the successful person figured it out and all of the bumps that they had along the way, along the way. But the problem that I have is I can't follow a script. I stutter every time I try to memorize something. If I try to repeat something, I stutter. I can't remember things word for word. It's part of the reason why I didn't, I can't. Is the main problem maybe because I'm telling myself that I can't? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because I'm telling myself that I can't do it, I'm not doing it. Because I don't know if I can accomplish what I want to accomplish in 6 months. I feel like 6 months have already passed and I've been putting in so much work since the beginning of this year and I haven't seen any results. Or at least any tangible results. My followers are still at 0. My views are still at 0. All I've really done is just I've made content that serves me, which is ultimately what I want to do, because if it can help at least one person, that person should at least be me. Because technically I would have already fulfilled that purpose if my content, or if the things I create, I don't want to call it content, if the things that I create are meant to help someone. The very first person that it should help should be me. Because out of all the people in my entire life, I believe that I'm the person that needs the most help. And I think a lot of people in my life see that too. And I don't know how to help myself other than to just keep myself occupied, because if I don't, then I just end up rotting my brain. I end up scrolling. I end up just doing a lot of stuff that hinders my progression. I build up a lot of bad habits that are really not good for my health, both physically and mentally. My dream is to become someone who, in the face of danger, in the face of any challenge, can just look at it and be like, I got this. I can do this. And so far, throughout my life, I think for most things that I was just very afraid of starting because I had no idea how to start. I was the example of ignorance. I just ran away. I would run away and not think about it. And not only has that destroyed my own way of looking at myself and trusting that I can accomplish things, but I think it's also let a lot of people in my life down. There are many circumstances that are outliers, but I could also just be getting down on myself, because I do think that I have improved a lot over the years. I've improved so much that I was willing to start a company and try to create stuff to help people. And I am just so paralyzed because I don't know how to start. I don't know how to start helping people by just being myself. Yeah, I don't know how helpful this was, but if I do end up posting this, I really hope that, maybe some of this resonated with you. ultimately, what I also desire is that for anyone who's thinking the same thoughts that I am, I want you to know that you're not alone. Because clearly I'm thinking the same thoughts, so we're in the same boat. But if my thoughts do resonate with you and you'd like to watch my journey, if I do end up posting this, then I hope you stick around. And I hope I can inspire you to live the life that you've always dreamed of, even if you are scared to death. All right. Good night.